Hello, everybody, and welcome into the EIF Network. A happy Tuesday to all of those here on April the 19th. And for Tuesday, we have two matches, both of which with championships on the line, starting out with the United States title. It's going to be a rematch, and we've seen this match before. It was actually at WrestleMania 9 at first between Jumper and EBAMS, and then, of course, a month or so passed. And then on Fight Zone 99, which was also broadcasted here on the EIF Network, we saw Jumper Magnum defend his U.S. Championship for the first time against EBAMS. Some controversy there as Jumper ended up winning the match by ways of count-out. Many were kind of unclear as to whether he intentionally tried to get EBAMS counted out or whether it was an incidental issue. Regardless, these two are in a rematch now, and this time there will be no count-outs. So these two can walk around the ring all they want. A pinfall or submission does have to take place for the championship to change hands, and it must take place inside the ring, but ring out count not a factor, and that could be something that could favor EBAMS, as we're going to find out here. Both Lizman, the Eif Ss champion, and of course myself, sitting here as spectators. And it looks like we're going to be spectating a little bit more as we're going to have to remake this match. The match was up for several minutes before getting on the network, and of course, as all of you know, especially as of late it seems, live is not our specialty here on the EIF Network. That's why we have re-recorded, rehashed material on EIF Rewind, which to popular demand was actually very successful. Its most recent episode. Don't forget, guys, to tune in next week. We have another edition of EIF Rewind coming your way, and we love to hear feedback. So make sure that all of you guys are giving as much feedback as you can, whether it be about the live performances as well as Rewind. And of course, coming in May, we have a new show, EIF Let's Play, where we will be having select games between both myself, along with a number of EIF superstars. We'll be playing in those, and of course we'll be trying to give you guys a side of EIF that maybe you don't see, sort of the off-air side of the EIF personalities that we have. Of course, this time it will be on-air though, and that is coming up in May, EIF Let's Play. Of course, for the remainder of this month, we'll be seeing some more episodes of EIF Rewind and some EIF Wrestling. We're going to go ahead and get set to remake this matchup here. Again, you'll see it says Fatal 4-Way, but it is only because Lizman and I are the spectators of this match. EBAMS and Jumper the only competitors for it, and the match is up. We ask our competitors and viewer to rejoin this game. This is Superstardom episode number 286. Only two shows this week. We have the next one being ED on Thursday at 5 p.m. Eastern Time. And many of you should know, if you don't already, that last week Fight Zone episode 100 aired, and that was the final episode of EIF Fight Zone. So we are back to just two regularly scheduled weekly shows. Of course, house shows and some other unannounced shows will occasionally happen. We actually have not had a house show yet to take place here in the 2016 calendar year, so hopefully that will get going. I'm sure it will in the summer. We have both Jumper and EBAMS in here. Jumper with the wrong character, though, not going to be able to defend with Savio Vega. Baron Corbin sounds a little bit more accurate. We are waiting still on Lizman. Eif Ss champion is supposed to have been joining this game. Not sure if he is or not. In fairness to Lizman, while we do appreciate the Eif Ss champion and his contributions to EIF, he is in this match the least valuable. So if worse comes to worse and Lizman does not join the game, and we will have Jumper and EBAMS and just myself viewing in a triple threat setting. Lizman, are you there? Well, make sure you join here, bud. Yes, there is actually somebody that has Bray Wyatt, but he does not compete right now, so Bray Wyatt should be on the market. And speaking of the market, I want to remind everybody, with our EIF pay-per-view schedule, I know that this year we actually have, normally in most years by February, March at the latest, I typically tend to have the majority, if not the full pay-per-view schedule out. I know I did last year. This year's been a different story just due to some more commitments going on outside of the Xbox realm for myself. However, earlier this week, I was able to sit down and actually book a number of pay-per-views for the future here, I believe August and a little bit beyond that. I didn't get the full year of 2016 yet, just because part of the pay-per-view scheduling is also dependent on the release date of WWE 2K17, which we're not expecting to affect us until the final third or quarter of the 2016 calendar year. But we have all the other pay-per-views set up throughout the summer, already out for you guys. If you want, check out the EIF website for that information. What's up, Jumper? Well, the thing is, Jumper, there's no set schedule. So next week, it may. Well, no, what I'm saying is next week, Tuesday, there might not be a show. There might, but there might not be. So, best thing to do, and this is what I tell all my EIF superstars to do, is make sure you check the activity feed. Normally on Sunday, I recommend by Sunday late night. I do sometimes wait a little bit and procrastinate a little. So, but if you guys check out your activity alerts, Sunday nights here on the Xbox One, you can get a show schedule. And typically before the end of Monday, our Twitter account will also have the show schedules up. So make sure that you guys are in tune with both of those things. Of course, you can follow us on Twitter just as you can here at the EIF Network using @EIF Network. Also, I will say that if this matchup does have another issue with loading, Lizman will be unable to watch just due to the connectivity problems. Obviously, this matchup has been up now for several minutes, so that is something that can be somewhat concerning, and hopefully we won't have to worry about that. Also want to remind everybody that we mentioned at the top of the broadcast that it is the first of two championship matches, the second one being the Undisputed Superstar Championship. That's going to be on the line tonight, and the last time it was defended was in a ladder match. It yet again is in a ladder match. Number of superstars using title shots to be able to claim their spot in a Superstar Championship matchup. And that's what's happening tonight, as Prof Jag is going to have one heck of a first defense as his first time ever being a main event champion. 4 superstars cashing in on an opportunity to go against him. Of course, those superstars are Aaron, Tripod, Wicked Jr., and DZ. He was the last person, DZ was, to cash in, and for that reason, he had the opportunity to pick the stipulation, and for that reason, DZ elected a ladder match, so it's going to be the main event, as we are going to yet again have to probably remake this matchup. Again, I sincerely apologize to the viewers. I know this is not what you guys want to have happen. Believe me, as the broadcaster, it's definitely not what I want to have happen. But in the world of live streaming, we have some technical difficulties, and this is another one. So we will not be having Lizman watch. It did take him several minutes to join, so we're going to go ahead. Guys, just stay with us. Ebams and Jumper both joined very quick into that last match. We're hoping the same thing happens, and hopefully this match can get underway as soon as possible. So, yet again, for the third time, and sometimes they say third time's the charm. Let's hope it is with this match in particular. Jumper and Ebams, the match is up. Please go ahead and join. And, you know, tonight being Superstardom, we have 2 matches being streamed tonight. Good chance we're going to see something streamed this Thursday, as Ratluck and Greedy are set to actually kick off Extreme Distortion, believe it or not, with the Undisputed Championship match for the World Championship, and the winner of that will walk into our next pay-per-view on Saturday, April the 30th. It's EIF's 6th annual Hardcore Sacrifice, fully sponsored by ED. So unfortunately for those Superstardom fans, as well as the competitors here on Superstardom, may not get their day in the sun on that day, but we assure you in May we have an all Superstardom pay-per-view, so that way both brands are complemented. But again, next pay-per-view, Hardcore Sacrifice on Saturday, April the 30th. 7 p.m. start time for the pre-show, but you can join us at 8 for the regular. Want to remind everybody there will be in-ring entrances for this matchup, as will there for the Superstardom title match. And speaking of in-ring entrances, there will be a new alteration beginning on Saturday at Hardcore Sacrifice. As many of you know, the majority of our pay-per-views over the last several have featured entrances for every single matchup. However, due to mixed reviews on that, we are now limiting that to what we are referring as our main event or big matches of the night. And so we will not see entrances played for every single match. And we will see some in-ring entrances for that pay-per-view, and we'll get a review on that. So, the following contest is scheduled for one fall, and this matchup is for the EIF United States Championship. Introducing the challenger in the top left corner, representing Sami Zayn, Eif Ss. One time. And his opponent standing across the ring from him. This man hails from all the way down under in Australia, representing the Lone Wolf Baron Corbin. He is the current reigning and defending EIF United States Champion, Jumper v. Magnum. All right, guys, here we go. U.S. title. Ding, ding, ding. And we are underway. Jumper Magnum kicking it off as Ebam's actually retaliating that reversal, but Jumper using one as well. Ebam's using one. Ebam's does have that 4-3 reversal advantage, and I think he's instantly trying to use that, but Jumper will stop him with a scoop slam. Then Ebam's again retaliating with a reversal. He's out of reversals now, and Jumper Magnum watches as Ebam's already to the outside, and unlike the last match they fought, ring out count will not be a factor. Jumper to the apron, and Ebam's debating on what to do, and Ebam's going to take ring advantage. Smart move. Wait a minute. Jumper getting on the apron, and he pushes Ebam's off the top turnbuckle. I don't know if Ebam's intentionally was planning to go up top or not. He just gained his first reversal back. Jumper on his second. And right now, Jumper actually has that reversal lead, so he might want to try and capitalize on that, does the U.S. champion, as he slams Ebam's down. It's a strength versus speed match here. We saw that in the last duel between these two, and we saw it at WrestleMania 9 when these two fought. So there is a bit of a rivalry to the Ebam's and Jumper storyline. Jumper now with back-to-back power bombs, and you see the strength of those power bombs. Obviously a tough move to do no matter what, but when you're picking the guy up from the mat to do it, there's definitely a strength factor there. Ebam's uses a reversal, make it two. That's a double reversal, and now Jumper needs to fend off, and he's unable to reverse. Ebam's somehow has the offense, and Ebam's continues to hold it. That was a big no-no for Jumper Magnum. Jumper to the apron. In the ring. No clean entry allowed from Ebam's. Ebam says you have to do anything to win, and in a championship match, you very well have that case. Jumper Magnum now out of reversals. So now, take that reversal advantage, give it right back to Ebam's. Jumper equaling Ebam's out with a taunt. Ebam's equaling Jumper out with a reversal. Used it to way to evade the ring. And Ebam's from the apron looking to fly, and he does. Drop kick connects. Back and forth they go here. United States Championship is on the line. Ebam's held this title once before. 2016 began a new year, the first full year for Ebam's under Extreme International Fighting, and it was a year of surprises. Starts out the year losing the U.S. Championship and really never picks up from there. It's been a year of mostly downs, occasional highs for Ebam's, and he's looking to catch that high that he had in 2015, and high into the sky he goes to dive out onto Jumper, as Ebam's is looking to yet again hold a championship here in EIF. Jumper Magnum trying to keep the United States title down under. We always talk about the dedication of superstars here in EIF. Jumper certainly in that category. You may not see this guy on every single show, but give him credit for being here even once every other week. Jumper is in Australia, a 14-hour time difference from our East Coast. To give you an idea right now, we're broadcasting at 9:23 p.m. Eastern on a Tuesday night, April the 19th. For Jumper Magnum, it's almost noon, almost time for lunch on a Wednesday, the April the 20th. So, again, 14 hours ahead of our time zone. Jumper wakes up early. I mean, we've had Jumper up at 5 a.m. his time before to do matches for EIF. A lot of dedication from him. Ebams getting into the ring. He now has a signature. Jumper Magnum in. Ebams botching on the first grapple, the second not to be crossed. And now Ebams with a single leg lariat. A little bit of a misplacement there between the two. Jumper has got to be conservative on that last reversal he currently holds. Ebams has a signature, and it looks like it's going to turn to a finisher rather quick. If I'm Jumper, I'd rather use my reversal on the finisher than right now on a regular move. Jumper obviously thinks otherwise and goes for it. Call it coaching. It didn't work if it's called that. Jumper to the outside, and now the U.S. champion will run and get a signature after using his second taunt. Jumper was very confident speaking with him moments before this match, and even at the top of the show just over an hour ago, Jumper said, I'm pretty sure I'm going to beat this guy. I've taken it to him before. Well, Jumper's going to have to do that again. Ebam's about to gain his second reversal back. There's that stomp. Jumper just getting his first back, and now Ebams goes for that single leg lariat. Jumper using the reversal again. Not really sure what's going through the head of the United States champion. He's able to get out of the ring, and he yet again avoids Ebams, who knows he's in the driver's seat. He'll get that second taunt. Not going to get him a finisher. I thought it was going to, but that got him 1%. That's a terrible taunt. Jumper gets in the ring. Signature clean entry allowed. And oh, wait a minute. Ebams using that mid-move reversal animation to cost him again, but this could be Koji clutch time. He went for it. He's out of reversals. Jumper Magnum has the finisher, and it's the end of days for Ebams. And will it be the end of this match? Shoulders down. 1, 2, and Ebams kicks out at 2. What a great sequence there between those two. Jumper Magnum, Ebams was having Jumper sort of play into his hand for a good amount of time there, but then all of a sudden, Jumper ended up being able to take advantage as Ebams using a mid-move reversal. That costs you 2 reversals for every time you do it. Ebams had 2, lost 2. Jumper had 1, and he was able to use it at the right time. Ebams kind of panicked when he saw he was out of reversals and went for that, I believe, Koji clutch. And Jumper taking advantage, and now with a little bit of bravado as Ebams to the outside, Jumper using his third taunt. 3 taunts to 2 in favor of, well, I guess you could say in favor of Ebams, actually. Make it 4-2 since Ebams does have more remaining. Jumper with just 1 taunt left. Ebams with 3. You're watching EIF Superstardom 286 here on the EIF Network. United States Championship match, our first of 2 to be broadcasted, as Ebams walking around the ring. And we talked about the last match with the ring out count. Certainly has really looked to help both these superstars in this match. They haven't had to worry about rushing back into the ring. Jumper, by the way, has used all 5 of his taunts, I should point out, and he does not use a reversal. I was interested to see if he would have. Ebams able to take advantage and keep the offense, and he cost Jumper 2 reversals anyway. And now Ebams just power slam down. So Jumper out of reversals right now. That's obviously not a good thing, but in the same token, you know, right now Ebams nowhere near a signature or finisher. Ebams begins making movement. That gives Jumper the green gate or the green light, I should say. Ebams tries to attack, and yet again, much like Ebams, these two both playing that outside game quite a bit. Ebams giving clean entry to Jumper. And Jumper, he eventually ended up giving clean entry. I don't know that he was intending to. He just ran out of steam on the run towards Ebams. And now, Jumper, backbreaker delivered to Ebams. He has a signature now, does the United States champion. Ebams down to just 1 reversal. Probably wants to play it safe right now. Jumper again stomping Ebams with 2. I will warn Jumper because I know there probably is some concern there. Jumper, you cannot walk back and then attack him unless he moves. So that'll be a warning, but if it happens again, you will be charged a free move. So, oh, wait a minute, Blue Thunder Bomb! And and Jumper Magnum is out of reversals. Jumper Magnum is out of reversals, and Eif Ss has the stamina. We may have a new U.S. champion right here. Koji clutch connects, center of the ring. Jumper might have to tap. Jumper down. Eif Ss trying to get Jumper. The referee beginning to ask, can Jumper hold on? Can Jumper hold on? Eif Ss has that Koji clutch locked in full, and Jumper somehow stays in this match. You know, Eif Ss put everything into that Koji clutch, trying to get Jumper to submit. Jumper does submit, though, his last reversal away. However, he gets a finisher. Question is, does he attempt that finisher? Jumper's going to have to wait now unless he picks Eif Ss up. Eif Ss makes movement, so now Jumper given that green light for offense. Eif Ss, you got to wonder if you're Eif Ss here, when do you use that reversal? He uses one. I think Eif Ss might have thought he had that third one back. I'm not 100% sure, I can't say. However, Eif Ss does have the offense yet again, but he's got a lot of building up to do, just at 33% right now. Jumper Magnum with a finisher. That can change if Jumper elects to use the finisher early. Jumper out of reversals now, so Eif Ss, again, able to take advantage of that. And a moonsault, standing position there from Eif Ss, goes back-to-backs. And make it 3 in a row. Jumper Magnum being moonsaulted out of his U.S. Championship match. Eif Ss, a little bit of entertaining towards the fans there. And a Hurricane Rana connects. Jumper has regained his first reversal. Eif Ss on his second, building toward the third. Recovery ability in for Jumper right now. So Eif Ss, while he's trying to get momentum through his moves, sort of helping Jumper's case a little bit as well. Jumper with the end of days out of nowhere. End of days connects. Second finisher for the U.S. champion. 2, and Jumper Magnum retains the championship. He did not need ring out this time. And with just 3 reversals, Jumper continues to defy logic. According to 2K16, he retains his United States Championship. Very entertaining match between those two superstars. Eif Ss and Jumper one up their match from Fight Zone 99. And so it will be a top that kind of night, as coming up next is the undisputed Superstardom Championship in a 5-man ladder match. And I will say on air, because I want to sort of be quoted, I guess you could say, for this, is that I do not intend to have another ladder match for quite some time. I am really hoping that we won't do one. But then again, obviously, people use rematches, people use title shots, things go wild, so it could happen, but under my personal booking, I don't intend on another ladder match for several months. I hope that you, the viewers, have not grown too tired of them, because we have another one coming up for you. Coming up next, again, a 5-man ladder match for the undisputed Superstardom Championship. There will be a prerequisite for this match. A finisher must be hit in order for a superstar to be eligible to climb. Again, we're just talking one finisher, and it can be a stolen finisher, it can be your own finisher, it can be whatever. The match is up. We ask that those 5 competitors, 4 of which who used title shots, the other of which is a champion who is binded to this match. We ask that those competitors please now join, and we ask that you, our viewers, stay tuned here. Again, a great matchup between Jumper and Eif Ss. Just finishing up. Jumper able to retain his U.S. title. Eif Ss certainly gave him a fight. Prop Jag, something tells me, is going to be having a little bit more of a difficult challenge than what our Australian friend was able to go up against. So, you have held the United States Championship since, what, Vengeance? That was March 19th. So, like, so as of today, 1 month. But, yep, feels a little longer, but either way, you'll live to fight another day in a couple weeks. So, Prof Jag, the story behind Prof is, of course, that this is his first World Championship defense. This was Prof Jag's first ever main event championship. Prof has been in EIF now for over a year and a half, so well over 100 matches under his belt. Maybe around 200. I'm not exactly sure. We don't have the exact count. I want to say a little less than that, but either way, just like many superstars in this league, it was a long journey to the top for Prof Jag, and it looks like it's going to literally be another long journey to the top here tonight, as he'll be going against 4 very hungry challengers, many of which, or a couple of which I should say, featuring superstars that have not ever won the Undisputed Superstar Championship. And of course, if there was ever a better time to have some technical difficulties, it's definitely this time. So that is what's going on right now. Some technical difficulties here. Again, trying to get 5 superstars in one match can be difficult. All right, see you, Jumper. Congrats on the defense. As Jumper gets ready for his lunch on Wednesday, we are still awaiting our main event here on Tuesday Night Superstardom. And we're going to go ahead. Yes, we will. We will go ahead and remake this matchup to try and benefit our competitors. I had spoken to the competitors prior to the start of this match, just kind of reiterating that, the issues can occur, and, if they do, unfortunately, we may need to see an alteration towards this match. I'm trying to remove Prof from the party right now. He sent me an invite because he's stuck connecting there. Oh, there we go. All right. So I will invite Prof Jag, the undisputed Superstar champion. It looks like the champ is having a lot of connection issues right now. Not a good thing. Not a good time, of course, of all times. This would make sense for it to be that time. And Prof is good. All right. All right, so let's go for a rat luck take 2 on this one. We go to remake this match. And it is yet again up, so we were able to get 3 of 5 superstars in. Let's hope that we can get 5 of 5, including myself. That would be 6. And you know what? I hit random and it went on Sting. I probably shouldn't be him, considering there is a Sting in the match. So want to remind everybody again, especially our competitors in EIF that are watching around right now, that we want to remind you all this Thursday is our next show, Extreme Distortion. And it is going to be a big one. We will be streaming yet again at least one match. And, of course, for our competitors, we ask that you be there. And if you want to be a competitor here in EIF, feel free to send me a message here at EIF Owner Carney. You can see my gamer tag under or above the name Lord Steven Regal, under the render of Mr. Regal. So we get set to proceed to the match. Wicked Jr. still trying to pick his character. Not sure if Wicked's having a tough time. Undertaker is towards the bottom of the list, so I guess it can take some time to get there. Or, of course, you could scroll the cursor towards the top, and then it would have just went over, you fucking idiot. Didn't mean to say that. The champion is the last one that is yet to ready up. He is a little hesitant, obviously, to want to defend in this kind of match, but he does agree, and we begin the loading process, which can sometimes be longer than what we would like. And we want to remind everybody this will yet again have entrances in terms of in-ring introductions. We'll be doing them once we get in here. And also, as previously stated, each superstar must hit a finisher. That is their prerequisite for winning this matchup. So the ladders may end up being brought in the ring to begin with. They may not be touched at all. Ultimately, they will not be a factor in the first several minutes, one would presume. And imagine who hits the first finisher in this match, what kind of advantage they have over the opposition. They're the only person that can technically win, and that is a big deal. All right. And obviously there will be lag. That is nothing new in a 5-man ladder match, 6 with my connection factored in. And we do need somebody to be in the middle. And it would make sense that the champ be that person. So, the following contest is our main event of the evening. This matchup is a 5-man ladder match for the EIF Undisputed Superstardom Championship. Introducing, starting around, beginning in the top left, the challengers. First from Cleveland, Ohio, representing the game Triple H. This is DZ. Next, in the bottom left, from St. Louis, Missouri, representing the Apex Predator, Randy Orton, Prismatic Nebula. Next to him, from Wisconsin, representing the Undertaker, Wicked Jr. Across from him in the top right, the final challenger, from Columbus, Ohio, representing Kalisto, Aaron Phantom. And the champion, from Buffalo, New York, representing Sting. He is the current reigning and defending EIF Undisputed Superstardom Champion. Attempting to restore the connection. Please wait. Puff Gag. And while the connection may be disconnected, we could at least say that we got the in-ring entrances out of the way. And from that moment, and after this, we'll remake the match. So the in-ring introductions are out of the way. We will most likely be remaking this match up now, as it doesn't look like Aaron has disconnected. So, okay, perfect. All right. Go ahead and I believe, yes, all right. So we are going to have to crash our game. So, all right, guys, I will have to take a quick timeout on the broadcast, I believe. But when we come back, we will have our Undisputed Superstardom Championship match for you.